Organizers of a traditional indigenous competition are touring the country, hoping to introduce athletes from other tribal nations to a unique set of events developed for generations by Alaskan Native people. The Native Youth Olympics is held each year, allowing young athletes to compete and develop abilities through competitions originally designed to help advance the strength and skill needed to survive daily life. The head of the program at Juneau, Alaska schools brought a team of 6 athletes here to New Mexico this spring. They stopped at Santa Clara Pueblo Tribal School, the Santa Fe Indian School, and the Institute of American Indian Art to teach some of the traditional events. Correspondent Antonia Gonzalez was at their competition for Koahnic Broadcasting this year in Anchorage, and as she shows us, the event encourages young people to strive for their personal best while keeping in touch with tradition.
We know that learning these games are healthy for us. They're healthy for our body, our mind, and our souls, and it really allows us to be happy, healthy, thriving people when we are enriched and with our identity of where we come from. So that's why it's so important to do these games, learn about them, teach them, and continue the legacy of the Native Youth Olympics.
Athletes grades 7th through 12th from across Alaska tested their skills in 11 different competitions, like the scissor broad jump, Eskimo stick pull, and one-hand reach.
This is a completely unique sport, right? You see totally awkward positions, like the one-hand reach, like what the heck, right? They're doing this crazy yoga pose, trying to reach up and touch this ball, like where do these come from? And we have to remember that our ancestors lived in a time where our conditions were harsh. We had harsh living conditions. Ice can break up in a matter of seconds, and you and your body had to be able to take you out of those dangerous situations. And so really the development of these games were just to allow us to keep our bodies ready for that environment. And in the wintertime, you know, we're kind of, especially if it's storming, you're just kind of hanging out in the kajgik in our traditional homes, and those are small spaces. And so playing these games not only kept our spirits up, but also allowed us to keep our bodies nice and fit for hunting and survival.
The Native Youth Olympics are like one big family to many of the participants. Some are new to the games, while others have been involved their entire life.
I grew up around these games. There's pictures of my mom pregnant with me competing. So since before I was born, I've been here with the games. I really like kneel jump. I don't know what it is. It's one of those ones that I think a lot of people look over, but when it's just cool to see, you know, people jumping, 40, 50 inches, even I think in the 60s. And it's always one of the ones that's played in the morning and there's not a lot of spectators. I also really like one-hand reach because it takes a lot of discipline and practice and just self-control. Those two are probably my favorite.
The games teach pain tolerance, agility, balance, concentration. They're also friendly competitions where athletes can be seen coaching each other, cheering one another on, and girls and boys compete at the same time.
I think it's really beneficial to just the community of the games to have the young athletes interacting with each other, teaching each other respect and compassion. I think a lot of the times the guys are kind of like, the girls are kind of, pushed to the side and people pay attention to the guys more, and when they're in this environment where the guys are competing right alongside with the girls, I think it gives the girls more opportunity to be like, look at us, look what we're doing. It also gives the athletes, the male athletes and the female athletes, a chance to coach each other while they're competing.
About 450 athletes from 57 teams from across the state participated in the 2024 games.
Toe kick, it's like you jump, you kick, the stick back and then land. You gotta keep your feet together, make sure they're aligned with the stick. I practiced in a gym like this and just kept kicking, kept measuring, kicking. The people are really supportive, always helpful. I like when the claps go. I like that.
Among those cheering on the athletes are the coaches.
Well, I've been coaching since 2013, so 11 years. And then I started competing when I was in 7th grade, so involved with the games for about 15 years. And I mainly competed in the strength events, so Indian stick pull, Eskimo stick pull, that was my thing. So we practice Monday through Thursday from, I get there at 4 and I go to till 6, but they get there before I do. But we usually go throughout the whole school year. That's how much time we put in with these kids.
After our season ends, after our regional event in Anchorage, the traditional games event, we focus on state practices where we look through our Juneau athletes to see where they placed at traditional games, and that's how we pick our students. And we do an extra hour-long practice, and we do it for 2 weeks straight. Whereas for like a regular season, we only meet twice a week for half an hour.
The games share Alaska Native culture. Both Native and non-Native students can learn and compete. They're also helping some reconnect with their Native roots.
I come from a small community in Bethel where the Yupik people are from, and so I currently reside in Juneau, which is a different culture from Yupik, so it's Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian. And I think it's very important because, you know, there have been many years where even though I wasn't there to experience it in person, you feel it so it's the trauma is passed down generation through generation. And so my upbringing was pretty touchy in terms of culture and like identity. Identity plays a big part in why it's so important to embrace your Native culture, the different traditions, cultures throughout all over the world, because you're already at that point in your life as a young adult trying to find a sense of who you are, and I think knowing your roots, your language, your people, your community pushes you to move past that like uncertainty.
Former high school players often continue to practice and play the games and take part in the Native Youth Olympics as volunteers and officials.
I like learning about like basically what everyone has been doing for me for so long. I'm like, man, this is a lot of work. I'm really grateful for this. And so I like to be able to put in some time as well, you know? I feel like it's kind of give back a little bit. It's just really fun. I've been practicing with some of the athletes at the community practice. I would say the hard work of everyone.
As the games continue in the future, there's a lot to look forward to.
I hope that NYO is in every community. I hope that each community can learn how to have their own games in their communities and be able for them to have those resources to support their youth who are interested, who maybe don't have a team or a coach. So I hope that NYO is everywhere across the state, not only in the state, but across lower 48 and I mean the globe. I hope NYO expands all over. It's addictive. Traditional games will always live on. It's been revitalized. We have it. It's here. It's deeply rooted in our communities, which is something that maybe 2 generations ago wasn't able to say. So, you know, we did it in that way where we were able to revitalize it. And so my hope is to continue that path and also to grow to other places that may not traditionally have had these types of games, because these games really are for the betterment of our community, right? For us to be thriving together as Indigenous people. And so really that's the hope, is that we can just get it through all of the communities. People feel empowered to play these traditional games and continue that.
In Anchorage, I'm Antonia Gonzalez.